Well, hi guys, Dave Kistler here. Friday of last week, a billboard went up on Interstate 40. It was put there by the North Carolina Pastors Network, of which I am honored and privileged to be the president. We chose to post that billboard because the discussion going on in the United States of America currently is a discussion about all the, in many ways, irrelevant topics. Until we deal with the basis, the root of these terror acts that are taking place around the world, until we deal with the basis, the foundational elements, the root of it, it'll never be solved. And the root, friends, is Islamic ideology/theology. If you know anything about the first 9 surahs or the first 9 chapters of the Quran, which is only 114 chapters total, but the first 9 chapters lay out very clearly what the expectation is on the part of Allah, the God of Islam, with respect to the way an Islamic believer is supposed to react to the kuffar, to the infidel. And that is, we are to be killed, we are to be massacred. There are other of the Islamic writings, the Hadith and so on. There is an interpretive book called The Reliance of the Traveler that will spell out precisely how these acts of killing and murder are to be perpetuated. But in the first 9 surahs of the Quran, it is laid out crystal clear what the expectation is on the part of Allah for the adherent to the Islamic faith. And it is this kind of thing that we have seen so much of literally around the globe over the last number of years. In fact, not just over the last number of years, but for 1,400 years of Islamic history. It's almost tragically ironic that last evening in Manchester, England, there was a horrific terror attack at an Ariana Grande concert, and most of the people that attend her concerts are young people, young girls. And there were 22 that I know of now that were killed. And before they ever named the name of the Muslim perpetrator, I posted last night here on Facebook that it would no doubt prove to be true that the person who perpetrated that act would end up being an adherent to Islam. And friends, that is now being proven to be the case. Why am I saying all of this? Because I'm already beginning to get responses to our billboard that is located in Claremont, North Carolina, westbound lane of Interstate 40. And it simply says this: why support President Trump's immigration ban? Because 19 Muslim immigrants killed 2,977 Americans on 9/11/2001. That is not being unkind to anyone. It is not untruthful. It was 19 hijackers, 17 of whom were from Saudi Arabia. It was Muslims. Every one of them were committed to the ideology of Islam. They were immigrants, and they most definitely killed 2,977 of our American friends, family members, our citizens, fellow countrymen on 9/11/2001. So there is nothing that's not true about that billboard, and it was not placed desiring to be contentious, in any way unkind. We were just stating the truth. And if we do not wake up and understand we have a Trojan horse that's entered our country, we have an enemy that is trying to undo our nation from within, until we admit that honestly and directly, and until the media admits it, then friends, we're never going to solve the problem. And though I've begun to get to media requests coming in today for comments on our billboard, I thought this: after last night's horrific attack in Manchester, England, if I worked for any media outlet, I would be ashamed to show my face, much less come to someone and say, hey, I want to talk to you about why you posted a billboard with that statement, 19 Muslim immigrants killed 2,977 Americans on 9/11. If you don't agree with what our billboard says, I wouldn't show my face after what happened last night with the horrific, merciless, unnecessary slaughter of 22 innocent people by a Muslim, a person committed to Islamic ideology. If I were a member of the media, I sure wouldn't be contacting someone who posted the truth on a billboard wanting to debate that issue. I think I'd keep my face covered and admit the truth. And so, friends, We did it because we want the truth to be understood, because we love America. And friends, we have a problem in America. We're not talking about the individual Muslim. We're not talking about the individual person that we love. By the way, Muslims have come to faith in the ministry that I have, and I thank God for them. I love those folks. They are my friends to this day. But the ideology of Islam, the religion itself that is teaching these people to perpetrate these acts, that's the problem. And ISIS and what happened in Manchester, those are not aberrations of the religion of Islam. That is not someone hijacking a peaceful religion. 1,400 years of Islamic history should teach you that what's happening at the hands of ISIS, Hezbollah, Hamas, what happened in Manchester, England last night, that is the true face of Islam. And the sooner we admit that, the better.